everyone. Welcome to another episode of The O Show. I'm O and I'm here for your amusement. Okay, you guys, so this is Thanksgiving week 2023 and it's not big. I'm only doing like a couple videos. but I want to welcome you to my Thanksgiving spectacular special. One of two. So, I just want to talk about a couple of favorite Thanksgiving movies that I enjoy and hope that you enjoy as well. Don't mind me while I do this video. Like, with Thanksgiving, we gotta take a whole bunch of pictures. So I'm gonna make sure like I gotta look cute because look, y'all, like it is. Why is it dark under my eyes? I gotta fix that, because I gotta look presentable tomorrow. So anyway, the movie that I want to talk about tonight is Dutch from 1991. God, it sounds so long ago when I say it. So this is a movie that was actually written by John Hughes, which has written and directed like a lot of our favorite holiday movies, such as Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, right? But you know what? That's actually the thing about this movie when it came out. If you are a fan of Dutch, you would notice there is a weird similarity to the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like, you have people trying to get home to Chicago. Shout out to Chicago for Thanksgiving dinner. And just a whole bunch of shenanigans and shit just happens on their way. Is this on right? I should have brought my mirror over here. But, yeah, you guys. So, this movie came out in 1991, like I said. It was written by John Hughes. He didn't direct it. But it was 4 years after Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I feel like I like the premise because with Planes, Trains, you got two men and shit's happening to them left and right. And all they want to do is just get home. Well, one does. But this movie, when you're watching, you're like, it's the same damn shit as Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Except it's just one adult and one kid. So I get it. It's not necessarily the same. Like, they have their own issues and situations that happen in this movie. But at the end of the day, it's cute, right? Like, I remember it like bombed when it went to the theaters. And I guess people, I don't know if that was the real reason why people didn't see it, but people, oh god damn it, I just messed this up. Oh, Jesus. So, how do y'all do this? Okay, let me just stop touching it. But look, so Ed O'Neill stars in this, right? He plays his character named Dutch Dooley, and he owns like a construction company, so he's a hardworking man, right? He is now in love with a woman who is played by Jo Beth Williams, and she was recently divorced from this rich old man. Well, he's not old, but he's a rich asshole, played by Christopher McDonald, right? And so, the mom and dad have a son named Doyle. And Doyle is away in some fancy school in Georgia. And the mom really wants him to come home for Thanksgiving. Now, this dude, right, Doyle, he is fucking just spoiled as hell. Like, he's just fucking spoiled. Like, there's no other way to describe this kid. And I feel like he's that kid that we all had one in like elementary school, who was just, oh Lord, I'm gonna go blind tonight. This is a slipping and sliding. You always had that one kid in school where you're like, ugh, this guy is so privileged that he just thinks like the world revolves around him. Yeah, that's this guy. And you just want to just slap him, right? Slap him and smack him, and he's just fucking asshole. So he just adores his dad. Like, he thinks his dad can do nothing wrong. And so his mom was like, come home. He's like, ooh, I want to spend time with my dad. Well, joke's on him because his dad is lying to the mom saying, I'm going to London. But then he's just pretty much at home with some like bimbo. But that's later in the movie. So as she's talking to Dutch, he's like, well, you know what? I will go down there and get him and bring him home. And she's like, oh, you will? Okay, I'll put out. No, she didn't say that. But so he does. This guy drives from Chicago all the way to like Atlanta. Not Atlanta, in Georgia. I don't know where in Georgia this school is at. Now, my family is like kind of North Mississippi, and that's a 10-hour drive. So the time frame is always kind of weird in this movie. Like, I don't know what day he leaves and drives down there to get this kid, but he did, and he shows up there. So I don't know if it's like the week before, is it 2 days before, is it 3 days? Like, there's no time frame happening in this movie, which I always hate. But he gets there, and him and Doyle, their first encounter is just horrible. Like, there's shit being thrown and bullet guns being shot, like BB guns. But he eventually ties Doyle up and just carries him out on a hockey stick, gets in the car, and now the adventure begins and the shenanigans ensues. So now we are coming from Georgia to Chicago, and just like planes, trains, and automobiles, there's just one mishap after another. He's really trying to just had a bond with the kid, He's like, I really love your mother. I told her I will come get you, and you need to shut the fuck up. And of course, Doyle is like, who are you? I don't trust you. I don't know who you are. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not listening to you. And that's that. So there's just craziness happening. There's a fireworks scene. It's really funny. Every time I watch that fireworks scene, like, it reminds me of my stepdad, for y'all. He always told us this story of how he was lighting fireworks, and one of those, like, are they jumping jacks? I forgot what they're called, but the little thing that kind of spins and sparks, and one of them like chased them down the street. It like went up his shorts. It just burned a hole in his ass, and he had the shorts to show us. Like, I always think of that when I see this movie. Oh my God, there's like, this kid gets on Dutch's bad side and nerves so bad that at one point, after like burning his crotch with a cigarette, Dutch gets out of the car and kicks this little ass to the street on the side of the road and drives off. And he goes, well, the hotel is like 50 miles down the road. It makes this kid walk. Like, how many times have we had a family member where we're like, God damn it, if you don't get out of this car, I'm gonna throw you out of this car, and you can just get there however. So then later on, there's like these two prostitutes that they run into, and they're getting a ride. They were like hitchhiking, and eventually they get robbed, and the girls take off. It's just a mess. But you know what, y'all, like the movie's like, it's fun. It's a fun movie. I do remember it did come on TV, like regular TV. All the time, and that makes sense because it bombed at the box office. But it's a really good movie. And then at the end, it's that, he's entitled, and through certain situations, like one really good scene is they end up at this shelter for the night, and he kind of not bond, but there's a situation with another family that they interact with, a little baby girl and her parents, and Doyle just kind of sees like, oh, well, okay, you know what, like, shit is real. Like, people are not like me and just have everything in the world. So you see his transformation through the movie, and at the end, he realized the asshole his father is, and sees how his mom is really the real deal. Yeah. I'm so lonesome, I could cry.
Let me go down and get him. I'm a communicator. I'm a breakthrough kind of guy.
Your mom's on the phone. I don't have a mom. You may have a mom. I have a mother.
They've only just met.
I'm a friend of your mother's. I came to get you to bring you home.
And already, they get along like family.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
What do you like to do for fun? Oh, you like to wiggle and grunt. Me too.
So you and Doyle are getting along well.
Ah, he's not a bad kid. We're getting along just great. Come on, give it to me, Pipsqueak. We're taking our time. We're seeing the country. And as Doyle himself said, nothing beats traveling the highways and byways.
Okay, sugar, what'll it be?
What won't make me vomit? Give me the keys.
This isn't working out. We're not masters of the highway. We were robbed by homebound hookers.
Only because you fell asleep when I got excited.
You did?
Wonder where Dutch and Doyle are staying tonight.
Knowing Doyle, it'll be first class.
20th Century Fox presents the story of a boy
I got a deck of racy playing cards.
who lost the child in himself and the man who helped him find it.
Is that your most pathetic look? That's not gonna get us a ride. This is pathetic. Try it. See, I'm not such a bad guy, huh?
Dutch.
You're like a great big demented child.
And did I mention that Doyle is played by Ethan Embry? Which is kind of weird because when you watch the movie, he's credited as Ethan Randall. I don't know if I haven't seen the movie in a while, even though I'm talking about it as my favorite movie. But it's a fun Thanksgiving movie. But I guess I never really realized that since the last time I watched it. I don't know if that's like his middle name. I'm thinking. I don't know. Fun fact too. Did you guys watch the reboot of Dragnet? It was this show that they brought back in 2003, I believe. I didn't watch the original, but I knew of it. But they brought it back, and it actually starred Ed O'Neill and Ethan Embry. Just a little fun fact, y'all. Tell your friends and family about that. It didn't last. It only went like one season. They canceled it. It wasn't really good. It was a stupid cop show. But anyway, yeah. So that's Dutch. So let me know. Have you ever seen Dutch? It's probably airing on a channel near you somewhere. But you know what? It is streaming right now. Oh, geez. I want to say it's Max. Oh, you know what? I'll put up on here like which platform it's streaming on. Bling. You can watch it there. But yes, have you ever watched Dutch? Do you know of Dutch? This was like when Ed O'Neill was in his prime with Married with Children. So he's still young for those of you who are Modern Family fans. You can watch him back in the day, you guys. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts. And until the next Thanksgiving episode, I will talk to you later. So TTFN.